Western officials continue to sound the alarm that a Russian attack on Ukraine could happen any day. The U.S. government saying yesterday that an additional 7,000 Russian troops have gathered near Ukraine, even as the Kremlin claims the troops are decreasing. A journalist who just returned from Ukraine's front lines is describing in Politico what an attack on the country might look like, writing that Russia has used its neighbor for years as a ground for hybrid warfare, and that a digital meets traditional kind of fighting can reach far beyond the front lines, deep into Ukrainian society. Kenneth Rosen is the author of that Politico piece. He is an independent journalist, and he joins us this morning from Italy. Thank you so much for making the time for us all the way here in the U.S. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So you were just in Ukraine days ago. You got a look at the front lines. I want to pull up some of the images now from your time there. How would you describe the current situation at the border?
The current situation at the border is tense, to say the least. There's a lot of worry that Russia will invade at any moment. Along the front line is less tense, in my opinion. There seemed to be a sort of malaise about how the 8-year war has just dragged on and on and on, and that this Russian hybrid warfare, this use of cyber attacks and electronic warfare, has only served to worry the troops along the front lines and also everyone living in cities like Kyiv.
Yeah, and you wrote in that article that Russia is using what you called a fire hose of falsehood. You called this a war that has never been declared. As you just mentioned, it's never been declared, but it's been underway in some form for 8 years. It's not a Cold War, but explain how this does affect the mindset inside of Ukraine as compared to other countries where people are ramping up and expecting a war at any time.
So the Russo-Ukrainian conflict has been ongoing for 8 years, and many analysts and experts would call it a frozen war, where the front line hasn't moved much over the last 8 years since the pro-Russian forces moved into the country in the eastern part of Ukraine. But unfortunately, what's been going on over the past several years is just a testing bed of different types of electronic warfare, whether it be sending intimidating text messages to troop cell phones, or, as we saw actually hours after my report published, a massive distributed denial of service attack against government websites and banks, limiting the ability of regular citizens to access their money and perform basic civil functions.
And how does that affect the morale of the troops to get a text message saying things like "kill your commander" or to tell parents that their children have been killed?
After having suffered through it for 8 years, there's, like I said, just a lot of malaise, but it is a factor of psychological warfare that the Russians have become particularly good at, especially over the last 8 years. And it's one type of tactic that I argue in the piece is something that the U.S. might not be ready for in future warfare.
Yeah, and we've heard over the past week or so Russian leadership telling its own citizens, you know, this is not exactly as bad as it seems. This is causing mass hysteria and panic, kind of trying to keep the citizenry not on the edge of their seat, saying that it will be de-escalated. Does that have an effect within Ukraine on the average citizen?
The government has had a tough time trying to signal that there is hope for the country's future, despite all the Western warnings about a possible and a potential invasion. Of course, that's just the Ukrainian government's own efforts to combat the psychological warfare that the Russians have become so good at. And it's a shame to see that they've lived under this for 8 years, this constant attrition of digital harassment that doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon.
All right, Kenneth Rosen, great reporting in Politico, this most recent article. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.